What is up guys, I'm Nightspeeds and welcome to this video where we'll be comparing two of my favorite skateboarding games of all time, Skate 3 versus Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. Now quickly I have to say that the street footage you're watching from Tony Hawk's Proving Ground is on the simulator mode and Skate 3 is on hardcore. But when we'll be looking at the comparison side by side, Tony Hawk's Proving Ground will be on normal and so will Skate 3. Basically, a lot of the tricks are not really possible on simulator mode in Tony Hawk's Proving Ground, so to get a better comparison of the two games and their animations, I thought we should just take it down a notch to normal. Now I'd also just have to quickly explain why I chose these games. Now you could say they're my favorites in each franchise, but Skate 3 is actually not really my favorite for the story at least, because Skate 1 and 2 definitely beat it on that for sure. Skate 1 and 2 I definitely have replayed the story maybe 8 or 9 times each, but with Skate 3 maybe 4 times, because the story is definitely not something worth playing the game for. You play it for the park editor, the advanced filming, which I actually think was DLC for Skate 2, but also of course we have a few more tricks in there and the object dropper. And because of these features, I've actually spent more time and more hours on Skate 3 than I have Skate 1 and 2, even though the worlds and stories in Skate 1 and 2 are so much better. So if you've only played Skate 3, I urge you to go get a copy of Skate 1 and 2 and play those games as well. Now, Tony Hawk's Proving Ground is definitely my favorite Tony Hawk game of all time. Basically because it's really at the peak of the Tony Hawk games. We have more features, more things to do, and basically 9 or 10 storylines. A few of these are not that good, but a lot more are actually really intriguing, and I do enjoy the world in this game. Plus we do have the video editor. Now I do wish we had more camera control and could choose from a few more angles than what we have. On this point Skate 3 is definitely superior, but the video editor in Tony Hawk's Proving Ground actually has the ability to add clips, add music, add effects, so many things to do, and then actually compile it into a video in the game, which is a really cool feature. We also of course have to take in the fact that Skate 3 came out a couple of years after Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. Before we take a look at the side-by-side animation comparison of the two games, I just want to say that it can be a little bit hard to kind of watch both of them at the same time, so maybe go back and forth while watching this, or just watch it one time focusing only on one game, then watch it again focusing on the other. But a thing I have to mention before starting out is that there's a big problem with Tony Hawk's Proving Ground in the fact that he doesn't crouch. But let's just get into this. I did my best to match the camera angles in these comparisons, but it is insanely hard. They're both on follow mode and will kind of follow the skater, and you can see that the camera will jiggle when they jump. But in Tony Hawk's Proving Ground it's a lot worse than Skate 3, so I'm sorry if there's a bit of a jump there. So of course there's a big problem with the Tony Hawk's Proving Ground in the fact that when you actually hit the A button or X button to crouch down, he doesn't crouch down in this game like he has in earlier games. But I do think there's a problem in Skate 3, the way that you can do a trick really high and then he just catches it, and the animation down will look exactly the same whether you do it on flat ground or down a big stair set. Right on that point I think Tony Hawk's Proving Ground has a kind of animation that starts when you pop and ends when you land. But in Skate 3 it's more like it stops in the middle of the air. But turning and spinning in the air just feels a lot more fluent and natural in Skate 3 than it does in Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. Basically it feels very arcadey and doesn't really seem like they've evolved much from the earlier games. But after having broken down all of these points, I still believe that Skate 3 is the most realistic looking and more natural feeling skateboarding game of the two. You can actually recreate video parts in this. You can't really do that in Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. Even though I really love the video editor, that would be an amazing feature if we ever got Skate 4 to have in there. But these are just my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Leave them down there in the comment section. I definitely think you can have a lot of hours of fun with both of these games, so I recommend you try them out, or maybe just if you've only played Skate 3, go ahead and check out Skate 1 and 2. I definitely think you won't regret it, at least story and world wise. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, remember to subscribe, and then I'll just see you guys in the very next video. Thank you so much for watching.